What's up, gamers? I hope you guys are all having a great day today, just full of positivity and happiness, dude. Because you know what? I'm going to completely ruin it from here on out, guys, because we're going to be taking a look at just one of the most ridiculous videos I think I've seen in quite some time, man. Now, if you're not caught up, this is the situation regarding Horizon Forbidden West. And just to make a long story short, basically it came out that Sony would be making you pay for this game twice. If you wanted to buy the game on PS4, you'd have to pay $60 for it, and then let's say you get a PlayStation 5 in the next couple months, and you wanted to play the next generation version of Horizon Forbidden West on your PlayStation 5, regardless of the fact that you already own the game, you would have to rebuy it at $70 or whatever the full price is for the next generation version of this game. Like, Sony was quite literally bending you over and going in elbow deep, bro. Like, there's no other way to put it. They were literally trying to screw over their most loyal fans and basically punishing people for not being able to get their hands on a PlayStation 5 right now. And to make it even worse, even if you did buy the next generation version, the PS5 version at launch, the PS5 version would not work on the PlayStation 4. So they quite literally were just bending you over. Now, this entire situation blew up in their face. Sony was getting a ton of shit for it, because then people found this blog post from Sony where they promised that Horizon Forbidden West would be one of the games getting a free next generation upgrade. So Sony had to quickly go back because they quite literally got caught in 4K. And if Sony had not kept this promise, then they could have been sued, because people could have claimed that they bought a PlayStation 5 under the presumption that they could expect free next generation upgrades, and it could have been a massive class action lawsuit, which Sony desperately wanted to avoid. That is kind of what happened in this entire situation. It was not because PlayStation fanboys called out Sony on YouTube, which is the popular narrative among PlayStation fanboy channels like MBG, for example, which is the video we are going to be taking a look at here today, who not only is thanking Sony for literally trying to fuck him over, for lack of a better words, but now he is in full damage control, saying that Sony has no choice but to charge $70 for next generation games or to charge for next generation upgrades. Like, you literally cannot make this up. And if you don't believe me, take it from his own words.
That's still messed up, but you have to understand something. Sony drew the line before this gen even started, and they made it clear that going forward, they were increasing the price of their games to $70. So with that in mind, this $10 upgrade is a thing that kind of has to exist. You can't really have it one way or the other.
But the idea that developers have to charge money for a next generation upgrade is an absolute joke. Like, Sony's biggest competitor, Microsoft, at the moment is literally doing next generation upgrades free of charge. Same with Ubisoft. They're doing the exact same thing. So in no circumstance does Sony have to charge for the next generation version of their games or charge $70 for the PlayStation 5 version of their games. If anything, because Sony doesn't have to pay a 30% revenue cut to themselves, they of all people should not be raising the price of their video games, but they are, because they want more money. And to act like Sony has been put into a corner where they have no other choice is pure and utter damage control. So this video we are going to be taking a look at here today is absolutely pathetic, bro. This dude is literally on all fours barking like a dog for his master Sony, and it's absolutely fucking pathetic. You know, I don't really like to do this whole pro-consumer type shit, but I kind of find it cringe at the end of the day. Like, it's a video game, you really don't have to buy it if you don't like it. But when I see something like this, I just can't help but want to call it out. So the title of the video we're going to be watching here is Sony responds to the backlash and confirms Horizon Forbidden West PS4 to PS5 upgrade will be free. And you know what, judging from the title, it doesn't sound too bad, man. It doesn't sound too bad, but just you wait. It's going to go downhill very quickly. So I think without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and play this shit.
Alright guys, today I'm uploading a third video, which is something I don't normally do, but I'm really happy to be making this video because we have a very significant update regarding Horizon Forbidden West that we need to go over here that I think you guys are going to be happy to hear about.
I mean, it should have never been something that anyone was happy to hear about, because Sony shouldn't have tried to fuck people over in the first place.
Now, before I get into it, I do need to acknowledge that there are going to be some individuals who say this is a bad thing or that this is not good enough. And I just want to make it known that while you're free to feel that way, I absolutely do not agree. I think this is a big deal.
I mean, it is a big deal. It shows you that Sony doesn't give a fuck about what they say to you or any promises they make to you until they get called out for it, or there's potential legal repercussions that could come as a result. Like, I don't really know what you have to be excited about, in all honesty.
I think this is a big win for the entire gaming community, but
yeah, I don't really feel like I took a fat W here, my dude.
especially the PlayStation community, because it goes to show that when we come together and we have a collective voice and we speak loud enough and we make our problems known, we make our issues with PlayStation and some of the decisions they're making known, Sony will acknowledge that and they will respond accordingly.
Yeah, which is why when all you motherfuckers bitched about PlayStation games coming to PC, they did absolutely fucking nothing. So this is what I mean, man. It's because they could potentially have seen a class action lawsuit, because once again, people could have made the claim that they bought a PlayStation 5 or they bought Horizon Forbidden West on PS4 with the presumption that they would get a free next generation upgrade, only to find out they could not, which could result in a massive lawsuit for Sony. Just like when they got sued over Killzone Shadowfall when they lied about the native resolution. So if Sony had never put out an official release saying that this would be a free upgrade, you would have never gotten it. No matter how many PlayStation fanboy channels pretend to care about it and then therefore take credit at the end result.
So to me, this is a big win. And I think that what Sony is setting up here is totally fair and very reasonable.
Really, because I think what Microsoft set up is a lot more fair and reasonable. You buy a game, you don't have to pay more money to play it on a system that it's compatible with.
So with that being said, I want to dive into this. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button to help it out and show the video your support, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new.
Yeah, no fucking thanks.
But this is reading from the PlayStation blog. This was actually written up by PlayStation President and CEO Jim Ryan, and he said Thursday was to be a celebration of Horizon Forbidden West and the amazing team at Guerrilla working to deliver it on February 18th, 2022. However, it's abundantly clear that the offerings we confirmed in our pre-order kickoff missed the mark.
I mean, that's literally corporate speak for, yeah, you know how we tried to fuck you guys over? Well, someone actually pointed out where we said the complete opposite, so we were forced to go back on what we wanted.
Last year, we made a commitment to deliver free upgrades for our cross-gen launch titles, which included Horizon Forbidden West. While everything that's been going on in the world has had a profound impact and
why is he still afraid to say the word pandemic, bro? Like, YouTube said that you can say COVID, pandemic, the Kung flu, whatever you want to say, bro. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
It's essentially pushed Horizon Forbidden West out of the launch window we initially envisioned.
I think everybody with a brain knew this game wasn't going to come out for the launch of the PlayStation 5. I mean, shit, when you delay a video game for an entire year, there's not a chance in hell it was going to launch with the console. Sony was lying for PR purposes. A lot of video game companies do this shit. Look at Halo Infinite.
We will stand by our offer, and this is typed up with bold lettering. They say players who purchase Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation 4 will be able to upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version for free. So obviously this is what we all want to hear. This is what we were all hoping for.
But this is the entire thing. You shouldn't have had to hope for this outcome in the first fucking place. Sony shouldn't have tried to fuck you over. So I honestly have no clue why you're about to thank these motherfuckers.
I'm honestly happy. I really am. I know that there are some people, as I said, who are going to say this shouldn't have even been a problem in the first place. I understand that, but
there is no but. It's an objective fucking fact. It should have never happened in the first place.
You have to understand,
I don't have to understand shit.
You have to understand, I really didn't think Sony was going to do anything about this. I thought that they just were going to be like, well, you know, this is what we're doing. We want to make all the money we can, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the company that he white knights for. This is what he thinks about this wonderful company, bro. He was expecting him to just try to screw everyone over and just act like it never even happened. Yet here he is white knighting for them.
So to see them do what is, in my opinion, the right thing and acknowledge that they messed up, that, as they put it, they missed the mark, and they made it clear that, you know what, we did say this. And, you know, they're saying that it was meant to be for their launch titles, and I guess at the time,
I mean, he can't just say that they fucked up, bro. He has to damage control and come up with all these excuses for him.
Considered Forbidden West a launch title, but still, I'm just really happy because this means that any PS4 owner that was feeling not good about this situation and feeling annoyed by it you don't have to worry about it now.
Bro, you're missing the point. They should have never had to worry about it in the first place. This should have never been a point of contention. It should never been a question mark. Sony lied. They got called out. They probably were advised by their legal counsel, you guys can get sued for this, and they went back on it because they were getting a bunch of shit for it across the board. Not just from PlayStation fanboy channels.
And what's crazy to me is that they're actually going through with making this upgrade free.
Again, this is what he thinks about the company he white knights for 24/7. He was expecting them to go through with fucking everyone over. Like, why is this dude defending these motherfuckers at this point? Oh, I'll tell you why, because he's a fanboy. And no matter what shit Sony shovels down his throat, he's gonna swallow it up and ask for more.
I only say that because it's worth noting Sony is losing a lot of money by doing this.
Oh my god, guys, we truly do not deserve Sony, man. They are absolute saints. They're losing so much money by not being able to charge us for a texture pack and frame rate bump.
Like, I kind of thought that if they were going to reverse this, I honestly thought they were going to come out and be like, yeah, we'll make it a $10 upgrade.
See, they probably were going to do that until it got pointed out that they already promised a free upgrade, which is where the lawsuit would come in.
So that way they could still make money. But they decided to make it free. And again, I know that some people are going to be like, dude, that's crazy that they would even consider making it $10. But, you know, it's Sony. We know how they operate. We know that they want to make money.
Again, this is what he thinks about the company he damage controls for 24/7. Bro, like, this dude getting walked around like a slave right now is literally him and his relationship with Sony.
I say this all the time. We shouldn't be ignorant to that. We have to understand they are a business first and foremost.
Yeah, and so is Microsoft, and they're not pulling this shit.
So I think that this is just great news, but they continue on here, and this is a very important part, okay? He goes on to say, I also want to confirm today that moving forward, PlayStation first-party exclusive cross-gen titles newly releasing on the PS4 and PS5, both digital and physical, will offer a $10 digital upgrade option from PS4 to PS5.
I mean, could you imagine if you were playing a game on Steam, for example, and you buy a new GPU, let's say you get a brand new 3090, you pop it in your computer, and when you go to up the graphical settings of that game, you get a little notification that says, well, if you want to apply these changes, you need to pay an additional $10. Like, that's literally what Sony's doing here. These are not PlayStation 5 games. These are PlayStation 4 games that are getting minorly upgraded on the PlayStation 5. These are literal graphical tweaks that if you were playing this game on PC would take you a total of 3 fucking seconds to apply. That is what Sony is charging you $10 for. It is a complete fucking ripoff, and the whole argument that, oh, next generation games are more expensive to make. This is not a next generation game. It is a cross-gen game. It's on the PlayStation 4. That argument goes out the fucking window, and even if it did apply in the situation, it's complete bullshit when you consider the fact that Sony is the only company that releases video games on the PlayStation 5 that doesn't have to pay 30% of their revenue from every sale of the video game to Sony itself. So therefore, Sony is the least justified company in the entire video game industry when it comes to raising the price of video games to $70 on the PlayStation 5. But please, I would love to hear someone try to dispute this point.
This will apply to the next God of War and Gran Turismo 7 and any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 and PS5 title published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Now, I understand that, as I said, there are going to be some people who look at that and say that's still not fair.
I mean, it's absolutely not fair when you look at what Sony's biggest competitor, Microsoft, is doing with their next generation upgrades.
That's still messed up, but you have to understand something.
Dog, I don't have to understand shit.
Sony drew the line before this gen even started, and they made it clear that going forward, they were increasing the price of their games to $70.
What a fucking cuck. Dude, this motherfucker's riding more dick than Mia Khalifa. Jesus Christ.
So with that in mind, this $10 upgrade is a thing that kind of has to exist.
Under no fucking circumstance does this have to exist. Sony made the choice, and that's it. They can go back on that decision at any fucking point. Which, if what you said earlier is true, that when there's like a backlash that Sony will listen to its community, then this would have already been reversed at this point, because I guarantee you the vast majority of people would rather games be $60 than $70. And that's not even to mention that these so-called next generation games they're charging $70 for aren't even fucking next generation, they're cross-gen.
You can't really have it one way or the other. The only other option that Sony would have, not that I'm opposed to it,
You're not really doing a great job of convincing anyone of that.
but realistically, they're not going to do it, and we absolutely should not expect them to do it because we sent the message to Sony by now that we are okay with $70 games.
I don't really think it's anyone that's sending the signal that they're okay with it. I think it's that people have no other fucking choice.
The only other option they would have is to suddenly make PlayStation 5 titles $60 and go back to that $60 price point.
Oh my god, that would be awful.
We all know that's not going to happen. So this $10 upgrade that they're offering, I got to tell you, this is kind of what I asked for in my video earlier, where I said, at the very least, Sony, can you just give us a consistent upgrade path? For me, $10 is not make or break. I've talked about this ad nauseum. Feel as though it's worth repeating in this video.
Again, man, just imagine if you had to pay $10 every time you wanted to up the graphical sliders on a PC game. That's literally what you're paying for. It's a complete fucking ripoff. You are literally paying $10 to do something on PC which would take you 10 seconds. Just let that sink in. And again, these are not PlayStation 5 games. They are PlayStation 4 games that run better on a PlayStation 5. Sony is literally just looking to nickel and dime you.
I don't really mind the $10 price hike for PlayStation exclusive games.
Of course not, you're a fucking fanboy.
As long as I feel like they're going to be worth it and they're quality titles, I really don't mind. And the same applies here when it comes to a $10 upgrade path. If I did buy God of War on PS4 and I wanted to upgrade it to PS5, and Sony's like, well, you know, you paid $60 for this, our PS5 games are $70, we're going to have to ask for that $10 upgrade.
Only God of War is not a PlayStation 5 game. It's a PS4 game that is also playable on the PlayStation 5.
It is what it is. It's not going to stop me from doing it.
Again, no shit, you're a fucking fanboy.
And in my opinion, this is a necessary thing that Sony has to do, where they need to make it clear, like, this is the upgrade path going forward.
Again, I think they should make their upgrade path known to everyone, but I don't agree with the execution whatsoever, especially when you consider what Microsoft is doing on their console.
And so I'm glad that they sorted this out. Again, I think it's great that they are deciding to stick and, again, do the right thing, stick to what they said earlier.
I don't know why you're giving them credit for anything here, dude. Like, this should have never happened in the first fucking place. Sony got caught lying, and they had to go back on it because they were worried they were gonna get sued, bro. This is not a good look for them no matter what they do to fix it. They tried to fuck over their fan base and got caught with their pants down. End of story.
Where they were like, look, we're gonna give PS4 players a free upgrade path, and it's going to be free. And I'm just so happy to see that they decided to do that, because I gotta tell you, I really, in case you can't tell, I really didn't think they were going to do this.
I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but again, this is what he thinks of this company that he damage controls for 24/7. Them screwing you over is just another day at the office to him. I mean, this shit is absolutely hilarious.
And so the idea of God of War, GT7, and other cross-gen titles, if there's going to be many others, I don't know that there will be many others after this.
Remember when there weren't supposed to be any at all and you were calling out Microsoft for having cross-gen games? Oh wait, let's sweep that one under the rug.
I'm sure there will be some, but they're making it clear there's going to be a $10 upgrade path moving forward. And I think at the very least we can all agree that, look, it's not that bad.
You do realize that not that bad still means it's bad, right? You understand that very, very simple concept, correct? It's still a bad thing. It's just not that bad. Well, at least according to you.
You know, like, this is a firm, you know, clear-cut path that people were asking for. In fact, I saw a lot of people in the comments of, you know, my video, as well as just on Twitter and in other places, basically saying that, look, you know, this isn't even about paying the $10 for the upgrade. It's about just Sony not even offering an upgrade path. And I know to some people that sounds funny, because it's like, what, you're just saying it's okay? I mean, yeah.
My dude, I don't think anyone has any doubts on where you stand in this entire situation.
Like, I don't know how else to put it. PlayStation 5 players and owners, we've already made it clear to Sony, and we sent the message that we are okay with $70 games.
That's kind of funny, man, because I own a PlayStation 5 and I am not okay with $70 games. In fact, I haven't spent $70 on any game on the PlayStation 5 yet. I wouldn't even buy most of them for $60, bro.
I know that there are people who still try to use that as like console war ammunition or something, where it's like, haha, have fun paying for your $70 games, and it's like, okay, I will. I don't know how to respond to that. Like,
it's not console war shit, bro. It's an objective fact. Microsoft is not charging $70 for their quote-unquote next-generation cross-gen games, and Sony is. Like, that's not console war fanboy shit. That's an objective fucking fact.
I'm gonna pay $70 for Horizon, and I'm probably gonna get more than... I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, probably more than that. You know, I'm going to do the same for God of War and any other first-party, you know, title under Sony that I'm looking forward to.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
I mean, dudes like this are literally the human embodiment of that meme.
So anyway, as you can tell, I'm starting to just go on and on here. So I'm going to end the video. Let me know your thoughts about this. Again, I think this is a big win for the PlayStation community, and I'm very happy to be making this. And the best part about this is, in my opinion, this clears the way for the PlayStation event. Now, all of our focus can be, as I said earlier, squarely on this PlayStation event.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
I mean, bro, this shit writes itself at this point. You know, don't focus on how Sony just tried to fuck everybody over. Get excited for new games, guys. This is not a huge win for anyone because this shouldn't have been a problem in the first place.
I'm very happy that Sony decided to make the right decision here and the right call and give that free upgrade that they said they were going to give. So with that being said, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.
Bruh, after watching this video, I do need to take care because I think my brain has sustained a long-term trauma at this point, and I've lost a few IQ points in the process, man. Like, I just genuinely can't believe that there are people literally damage controlling this hard for Sony just on a daily basis. Like, it never ceases to amaze me, bro, that there are grown-ass men this desperate to defend their favorite company. But anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this video today. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like on it. I would really appreciate it. You know, one like equals one prayer, dude. I'm gonna need as many prayers as I can after watching this shit, but thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. You guys really are the fucking best, dude, and I really do appreciate it so much. So with that said, I want to thank you all again for all the support on the channel and for taking the time out of your day to check out this video, and I will catch you guys next time.